So first of all, we do the silent sitting. So we just sit for like maybe 10 minutes silently. I just really enjoy doing that before talks. And you can do whatever you like to do. Like sometimes I give recommendations, but know that whatever I'm recommending isn't actually prescription, it's a description of something that can happen. Like the story that we tell ourselves is that she tells me what to do and I do it. But that's a story that you tell yourself, that's not actually what's happening. And that's maybe like super obvious to most people listening, but for any people that are new to listening or new to non-duality or new to this exploration, then you might not have like considered this idea before. And so therefore when I give meditation, you might think that I'm prescribing you something, whereas who would I actually be prescribing to? Who is this center called you? Nice. So the meditations that I recommend, not because they're superior, but just because they're the ones that I did and I know, is first of all the mindfulness of breathing. And basically you concentrate on your breath in and you count every time you breathe in, and you count all the way up to number 10. So every time you breathe in, you count 1, the next breath 2, 3, 4, all the way up to number 10. And then when you get to 10, you just bring your breath, bring yourself back to 0. So then you start again. And it's just basically this. You count to 10 and then start again. That's it. It's so simple. A child could have made this up, but it can be incredibly complex to do, and you shall see if you try. The next one is moving your attention to the I am. And if you don't know what the I am is, then I can't explain it to you now, but it's basically this sense of being. But it's not like somebody is aware of that sense. So it's not like I am aware or I am conscious of the I am. It's this vibrant aliveness. I know a lot of teachers say there is consciousness and then there's consciousness of I am. So it's already a personal thing. But I'm talking about a beingness or an amness that is impersonal. So it's moving this attention back to this impersonality, which, yeah, I mean, really, is that possible? It's too complicated, that. But the next one is just sitting there and doing nothing. Just sit there and let the mind do whatever it wants to do. And this is based on the premise of like opening a fizzy drink. So you've taken the drink, you open it, and it like gets all squirty and upset, and you just sit there and wait for it to calm down, and the bubbles slowly calm down. Okay, we shall begin. Hello. Okay, we begin. Do you know, it's taken me all this time to realize that I could use my my Bluetooth keyboard so it doesn't make the camera wobble. You see Miss K walking behind me. She's not very well today. When she's not very well, she always wants to be close to me. Okay, here we go. So before we begin, have I got any announcements? Yes, I do have announcements. I just wanted to say that if you want to ask questions and you do so through Skype, my Skype address is Lisa Cairns 12. That's Lisa Cairns 12. And you're welcome to write a question or to call in. But if you call in, please put a note in the chat box, call me, with nothing else after it, so I can see it clearly in the chat. And have a headset with a microphone and good internet connection, and be ready, like have practiced on Skype so you know what you're doing. But then also, if you mess it up and it all goes wrong when it happens, don't worry about it. Like, no pressure. Also, there were other things that I had to share. Oh yeah, there's another channel called Video Clips, or Lisa Cairns Video Clips. It's not my channel. It's a guy who really enjoys the videos and he likes to edit them into smaller clips. And you can find that associated with my channel. And if you subscribe to that, then you can get edited video clips of these talks. So he does like all clips over all the years and finds really great bits and puts titles to them. Whereas this talk is just like a live stream of me sitting and doing a meditation at the beginning and then doing a talk on question and answer. Also, if you do want to call in, there's something that I seem to draw out in people is, I was thinking about it the other day, or maybe somebody said it to me, that maybe because of my feminine energy, like I draw out, when somebody comes to ask a question, they want to give me lots of detail and lots of information, and that's so beautiful. But I would really recommend booking a one-to-one session if you want to do that. If you book a one-to-one session, it's totally up to you what you want to do. And if you want me to listen to you for a whole hour, then I'm so happy to do that. Like I have like a session in which I tend to do with people, but I'm always open to whatever somebody wants and if that's their desire. But it's not so appropriate in live talk. So if you are going to ask a question and call in, then it's better if you try to like home in on what it is that you want to ask. Like, so not phoning up for a chat, or if you do phone up for a chat, like it's homing in on the specifics of what it is you want to talk about. So it's not, maybe phoning up for a chat is better if you do that in a one-to-one session. It's better if there's questions or a subject and you've homed in on what it is that you want. I know that when you call in, like all types of nerves happen and we go into automatic, and I do tend to have this energy where I draw that out of people. There's other people that don't draw that out of people so much. So it takes two to tango, I can acknowledge that. That is all. Okay. So let's go with the introduction. Let me find what the title was again. Stories about what is happening is not what's happening. Stories about what is happening is not what's happening. It feels really weird, that sentence.